Give this video a like and drop a comment letting us know where you're watching from. If you're watching this live, open up the chat. Let's have fun. And if you're watching this on a device where you can't open up the chat, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you're enjoying these classes. And I am enjoying them a lot. It's really fun to get together and play and learn from each other. I love it all. I love the journey. It's a great journey. So let's go to Can't Help Falling in Love. I thought my computer volume was on. Let's go to Can't Help Falling in Love and let's see if we can just do a little quick playthrough of the song. Hello everyone, hello. So let's do a quick playthrough while our friends get here. And remember, to help our friends get here, let's drop some comments and some likes and some good vibes. Actually, here's something I want to do. Let's play the chords that are, hi Kristen, that are on the top of each bar. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Thank you, Anushka. And 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, we're gonna play the chords. We're gonna repeat the verse, all right? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and E minor, A minor, F and 2 and 3, C, G. Is Demi here? F, G. Hi, Chrissy. F, C, G, C again. Singapore, love Singapore. Repeat, go back to the top. Go. 2 and 3, E minor. Next line. Wanna be lost in. Hi, Tina. Line 3. Now I can help falling in love with you. Now going into the chorus. Chorus, ready, go. Switch. Demi, hi. B7. B7, A7, D minor, and G. Back to the top. Ready, go. We're just playing the chords right now as a little warm up. C, G, G, and F. Go. What time is it in Australia, Jim? Falling in love with you. Go back to the third line. Here we go. I can't help, 3, falling in love with you. And go to the 15th. There we go. I went to the 12th. I want to say a big thank you to Demi because I was going through some hard weeks. After my grandpa passed away, I had a really hard time like posting on social media or wanting to be on social media or wanting to talk to people. And Demi was one of those friends that sent messages asking if I was well. And I was well, but you know how sometimes you don't know that you're in a funk until you're out of it? I didn't know that I was in a funk after my grandfather's passing. I think it really hit me hard that he didn't get to meet Danny. And like I mean, still, you know, that's still a sore spot. But Timmy, thank you for always checking in on me. It's appreciated. Even if my responses were very like barely there, I appreciate it. Good morning from Torrance. Hello, Cheryl. Okay, now we did a little warm up, and let's hit the like button. There's over 100 of us here. We can do it. We did a little warm up of just doing the chords on top, and so that's kind of a test for some of my more beginner people. Like, it's a test of, do you know the chords by memory yet? Hi, Macy. So that's a really, really nice test. I knew, and I get it. I didn't expect that response. Thank you, Timmy. Now what I want us to do is to do the chord positions as listed on the downbeat of each bar. So for example, go to the second line where it says C chord. That C chord is not a regular 3rd fret C chord, it's a 7th one. Or like the E minor on the second bar of the song, it's not an E minor like this here, like we're used to. It's an E minor with 7 and 10. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just a little exercise of just going through the position. So it'll be like this in the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2. Okay, so move to the position that's on the first downbeat of the song. By the way, if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Bernadette. I'm a music teacher turned YouTuber, and I'm doing live streams where I'm teaching you chord melody while I'm learning it myself too. I have a printable that I created alongside one of my friends, Sebastian. He did the arrangement for it, and I just put it together and made it look pretty. That's all I did. The printable is free. You don't have to share an email. You don't have to share anything. No personal information. I don't like when websites or people or YouTubers tell me like, oh, download the free resource, and then you have to give your email and then you get spam email forever. I don't like that. So it's just a link to a Google Doc. You grab it and it's there. On the Google Doc, you have a file option. You can print it. You can export it as to print. You can export it as a PDF. I think there are other options there. So I have none of your information from you getting that because I don't like that. I like to respect people's privacy. So yeah, grab the printable. We're doing the second song in that printable. We're dedicating 1 whole week to each song. So today's our last day on Can't Help Falling in Love. But next week we'll review it too as we do a new song. Okay, everybody, so let's do the chord positions as they're listed on the first beat of each of the bars. Okay, so that's going to be a nice little challenge for us. And hi, Shelly. Hi, Robin. And if I haven't said hi to you, it's because I only see comments at a time on my phone. And hi, Katarzyna. And so if I look down and look up, the comment's gone. So I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Okay, here we go. From the top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Jump 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Stay here. 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Line 3 ready now. Back to the top. Thank you, Macy. Go now. 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Woohoo! 100 likes. jump to the chorus. Go now. Chorus. Line 2 of the chorus. One strum. Back to the verse. Ready. Go now. The good thing about this is that it's gonna expose anywhere that we really need to focus on. We're at the A minor now. And go to the third line of the song. Okay, thank you. I'm playing the Quilted Maple in purple from Lanakai Ukuleles. It's got, should I do a review on this one? It's got a slotted headstock, beautiful abalone inlay, and my favorite type of EQ, Fishman EQ, so you can plug it in. Built-in strap buttons, and Lanakai has a wonderful warranty. It's a really cool brand. I think one of my first ukes was a Lanakai. And my favorite baritone is a Lanakai. How long have I had this one? I think since Christmas. I think I had it since Christmas. Okay, line 2 is where I'm really weak. Okay, yes, please, like Dina just told me where she needs work. Tell me where you need some work. I feel like I stumbled on line 2 and 3 for me. So let's try line 2. I was gonna say seems new for you. Yeah, it's new. Because I've been playing my signature uke. Because I really like the sound on the signature uke, you know? But this one's flashy and fun. Can we go through the chorus again? Yes, and CJ, hi! Welcome back. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I don't have a drink. Thank you. Thank you, CJ. Okay, let's take, and hi, Eva. Let's take the second line. And thank you, Tiff. Second line of the song, and then we'll do the chorus again because I saw someone requested it. I have this ukulele and I love it. Aww. Okay, second line. 1, profe! 1 and 2 and 3. And 1 and 2 and 3. And 1 and 2 and 3. And 1 and 2 and... Hi, Carl. Let's do it 3 more times. 3 more times. 1 and 2 and 3. And 2 and 3. Switch. And 3. Switch. 2 and 3. Stay. 2 more times. Same thing. 1 and 2 and 3. And switch. Slide. Bobbing. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Go. Now let's do the finger picking on it. So let's do the chord melody. 1 and 2 and 3. And 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 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, again. 3 more times. 1 and 2 and 3. Go. 1 and 2 and 3. And 1 and 2 and 3. And 1 and 2 and 3. And 1 and 2 and 3. Thank you, Kiara. How you doing, Kiara? 1 and 2 Now let's shadow play it. If you're new here or haven't been here for shadow playing, we do not do this hand. We just do the counts and move the fretboard hand, okay? So fretboard hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 2 and 3 and Sluratish. Hi. Again, shadow playing. 1 and 2 and 3. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so if you're having a hard time, hi Macy, if you're having a hard time switching from the C to the G, yesterday we talked about this tip, but I want to share it again just in case anyone missed it, or I know that it helps me to hear the same thing twice. Sometimes something just sinks in. So I'm going to say it again. Okay, so you're going from the C chord where you're at 7, correct? Now, if you are playing that with your ring finger, keep the ring finger on the A string, and to go to the next position, slide that ring finger to the 4th fret. Look up, look up, look up, look up. Look up, watch me do it first. I'm at the 4th fret. Now I'm going to put that pinky down next to it on the 5th fret because that has helped me be in the right position. So look up real quick, look up. I went from 7 to 5, but it's the pinky that I'm going to use on the 5. But having the ring finger on the 4 there helped me position it. So it's from 7. See how the pinky's right next to it? Anam Kara, love your teaching style. Thank you so much. Let's drop some hearts for Anam. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. So 7, slide to the 4th fret and put down the pinky on the 5th. After you've done that, look up. The index and the middle are already on the 2nd and 3rd frets conveniently. So all you need to do is put those guys down, and you're exactly where you need to be. So switch from 7 to 5. I keep that hand curved over the fingerboard so that it takes very little effort to make that switch. Okay? Let's do that 3 more times. That second line, okay? I'll do it a little slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 what Karen said, you can press down on the ring finger, it doesn't affect anything. So if it helps for you to grip the whole fretboard, go for it. Thank you, Karen. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. I was in the wrong one. From the second line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. And Len just shared some advice that if you stick with it, sometimes, bam, it all just clicks. And that's true. Here we go. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Thank you, Cheryl. Glad that helped. That clicked for me. Awesome. By the way, Sayara, you're a gold patron, so your name is going to be in the credits of the video I'm releasing today. Well, I'm releasing it today to the gold patrons, and then I think on Sunday to everybody else. Okay. Let's do line 1 and line 2. Line 1 from the top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. And thank you, Eva. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Kit Kat's being crazy. She's just trying to do anything to get my attention right now. Mummies, say hi. Mama. What are you looking at? There you go. We gotta be nice. Okay. Okay. Now I had gotten a request for the chorus. Thank you, Carl. Gotta go. Plumber here to install water heater. Nice. That's needed. All right, so let's take it from the chorus. But thank you, Carl, for checking in. Let's drop some hearts for Carl. Hearts for Carl. Ben, mommy. Ben. Say hi. Say thank you, Carl. Thank you. We can buy you treats now from Carl. Yeah. Usually she waits until I've stopped playing ukulele before she's all over me, but now that I have a baby, I think she misses attention. Alrighty, coro. Let's do a strummer first. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and we're just strumming through it. And 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and D minor, G. Again, same thing, the coro. 1 and 2 and 3, go. B7, E minor, B7, next line, no. B7, A7, D minor, G. Okay? All right, is there anywhere else you'd like to work on before we try and do a full playthrough of the song? This is my favorite part of the song. Lala, I'm so happy that you're here. I saw your video. What was it? Were you playing bass? It was something electric. It was super cool. Hit the like button, please. That funky A7 freaks me out. Yeah, that A7 is a weird position, and it's meant to cause dissonance in the song, so then it resolves beautifully. It's sometimes when we're most uncomfortable that like a resolution feels the best. All right, how we doing? How we doing? I'm not getting any requests to work on any part of the song, so I think y'all are ready to do a playthrough. Talk us through which lines repeat and where. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, we're gonna do verse, or where it says verso, and then verso again. Carlos Gallardo. Ah, hola. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Oh, you're amazing. Thank you, Carlos. I was going to ask, can you send me the Stairway to Heaven video again? I think it was a WeTransfer file and it expired on me, but I wanted to do a play along. Please. Thank you. I was just thinking about you like 2 days ago. Are you going to be in the area again? I want to record you. Okay. So we're going to do verso. And we do that one twice. Then we do coro. And then we go back to verso. That's the song. If we call verso A and we call coro B, the form is A, A, B, A. Verse, verse, chorus, verse. Now just for fun, I've added an ending, but that's just Bernie style. That's not like written or anything. Bernie style is the ending is from line 3 and 4. That's just the Bernie optional ending. Okay? So you've done your verse, verse, chorus, verse, and then do line 3 and 4. Yes, we'll do. I'll send it today. Awesome. Thank you. I've been practicing it, so now I can do a play along. That's what we're working on the Patreon, fam. All right, let's do this. Let's do a full playthrough. You've got this. You can do it. And if all else fails or you mess up, you know what? Do a little bit strumming. Strum. Okay? Here we go from the top. Look at your first 2 or 3 bars so that you have in your mind what you're going to do. A, A, B, A, and coda. Exactly, exactly. Have it in your mind what you're going to do in those first 2 lines. Okay? Kind of look through the switches so that it doesn't surprise you. I know that one thing that catches me is that I'm surprised because I didn't look ahead. So look ahead at those first 3 positions and you're going to be all better for them. Here we go. From the top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1. Look ahead and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Look ahead and 2 and 3 and look ahead and 3 and look ahead and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. Back to the top. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and look ahead and 2 and 3 and look ahead and 3 and 1 and 2. Stay here. 1, look ahead. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and chorus. Go now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1. We're at the F, line 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Go back to line 3. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and move all the way up to the 15th fret if you've got it. Now, one thing about the final note of the song, don't do this. Play it and then drop, or play it and then stop. Play it and hold for the full bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and you'll have a much sweeter taste. Let's do line 4 and pretend that this is the ending. Okay? Let's you guys were great students. Let's do line 4, pretend it's the ending. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and again for me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2. And the notes should fade on its own. Okay? If you don't have a 15th fret, you're okay. You can stay on that that 3rd fret. And that'll sound really pretty. Okay. I feel like I need work on coro. So let's go to coro for me. That hammer-on caught me off guard. Yes, can we do the transition from coro to verse? So let's take it from the coro and then go to the verse after the coro. Okay? And thank you, Kiara. I love, by the way, how quiet the chat got when we did that playthrough. That means that we were all playing together everywhere in the world where we're at. We were all united. How cool is that? I love that. Okay, let's try coro. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 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 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, top, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Let's do that again. Coro and then go back up to the verse. Coro and back up to the verse. Okay? You got this. You can do it. From the coro, right at the E minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and back to the top now. And 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Back to line 3. Ready, go. Okay. Just for fun, I'm going to try a picking pattern. I don't know if it'll sound good, but I'm going to try it. It's going to be G, E, A at the same time, and then C string. I've done this before on the lockdowns before. G, E, A at the same time, and then C string. So G, E, A, C, G, E, A, C, G, E, A, C, G, C. So... Okay, so there's a little option for something to do something different. Switching from E minor to B7. Any suggestions to keep the strings quiet? Yeah, I think from E minor to B7 it's fine. I think it's B7 to E minor that is what's causing that like lift, right? Yeah, it's the lift from B7 to E minor, I believe. I found that strumming that B7, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Let's say hi to Brooke from the Uke Revolution, who's here in the chat. If you ever want to play anything funk, anything funky, that is your person. There is nobody better in the world to funkify the ukulele, then Brooke. Brooke, I cannot wait to meet you. I'm so bummed our plans to meet got squandered away. But but we will meet. G, E, A, and C. That's correct. That's the pattern I was doing for just to play with something different. Okay, so you know how our form, and form is a fancy term in music for pattern. How the pattern of the song or the layout of the song. In music, we use the word form. So the form of the song is A, B, A. Verse, verse, chorus, verse, right? With a coda. The coda being line 3 and 4 is the ending. Here's how I would maybe do it so that it sounds different. Because if you just do the verse, verse, and do it exactly the same both times, it's boring. It's a beautiful song, but redundant. Maybe redundant is better. I would do the picking pattern as written. And then the second time, because here we repeat it, right? We go back, after we do the verse one time, we go back. I would do the strumming one. Because that's really nice leading into the chorus and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? So after that, I would do that little picking pattern. After you've done the chorus, go back up to the verse and do the picking pattern for the ending. Okay, I added a few strums there for accents, but this is how I would kind of do it a little different. Show me the finger picking pattern slowly. This sounds lovely, thank you. So I would do chord melody exactly as written the first time, then strum it the second time, and then you're gonna play the coro, and when you come back for the ending, do the picking pattern. This is just an option, you don't have to do it. You can do it exactly as written all 3 times. I would, if you're gonna do it as written all 3 times, then I would play with dynamics. Sometimes do it soft, sometimes do it a little louder. Maybe start piano, meaning soft, and then go to forte the second time, loud, and then maybe come back to a medium the third time you do the verse. I would do something to make it musical. So let me see. The picking pattern I was doing, and then I'll come back to the one Karen just suggested to try it. So the picking pattern I was doing is thumb, middle, and ring at the same time on beats 1, 2, and 3, right? And on the ends is the index finger. Here's what I'm really doing. It helps better to think about it. I'm doing the bass note of our ukulele. The lowest sounding string is our C string, right? If you've got high G. I'm doing that on all the ends. And, okay? The other strings I'm doing on the downbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Now make sure you're not pulling out. I don't want this. I want you to close. Hi, Scott. Your finger picking pattern sounds so beautiful. I could listen to it all day. God bless you and your new baby. Thank you. God bless you too. Aw, Yuta, hi. And yeah, we got Brooke in here. And we got you in here. Okay, so that's my picking pattern. Let me I'll play the beginning of it. Okay. For low G, let me see. my tune. Little tip for tuning, tune twice. Okay. You can do the same pattern. You can do the same pattern. But if you're doing low G, if you feel like the low G is too heavy, only pick the low G on beat 1. So you're gonna do 1 and then do the other strings. Look up. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 and 2 and 3 and then use it again for beat 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. 1. 1. 1. So I'm only introducing it on 1 because low G is so heavy that it rings the entire measure, so we don't need to be picking on it every time. Mine rings on its own. Look at that sustain. Listen. That's a very long sustain. So if you feel like yours sustains for too long for the low G, just pick it on that first beat. 1 and 2, 3. Okay, that's my tip. I've got the Oasis low G strings on this one. It was a recommendation from my friend Timmy, who said keep it a secret that these are the strings I use. And those of you who know me know I can't keep a secret. So don't tell me your secrets. Madeline, hi. Don't tell me your secrets. I can't keep any secrets. Not mine, not anybody's. I'm terrible. No, I can keep my friends' real secrets, but something like strings, I'm gonna share. This channel is all about finding out cool stuff with ukulele and sharing it. That's like literally my mission statement. Okay, so yes, question, go ahead. Shh, Melinda. This uke sounds great. Play Vie En Rose on it. Oh, okay. Yeah. My pull on the coro. We're doing a hammer. If it sounds too loud, I would say try to play with it and try to control your dynamics there. Also check how hard you're picking. If you're picking out, that's going to be very loud, as opposed if you're picking down. So even try to like close your hand when you're picking. See that? But if you're picking out, you're going to get that. You don't want that. You want it picked downward. And spend some time being gentle with the ukulele. All right, so we're done with the song. Baby's name was a secret for a long time. I thought I was going to name her Stevie, but then Jaime didn't love it. And I felt bad that Jaime didn't love it. So I loved the name Stevie. Maybe the next kid. Yeah, we changed it from pulling to hammer on. Okay, so let's go to Vie En Rose. I'll try it with low G just to see how it sounds. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 going to be our tempo. That's our 1, 2, 3, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and why do I do that? Let's play. Let's play that last line of the song. C to C major 7 to D minor 6 for me, because I keep messing up that last one. Okay, the last line of the song. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 1 and 2 and you know what? This ukulele has effects. Let's hear that. There we go. Kiara. Ah, that doesn't work. There we go. That doesn't work. Okay, so that's what it sounds like with the effects on. Just wanted to mess around with it. I like the low G because it gives it a much fuller sound, but I need to try that. But I think it sounds just as beautiful with high G. You know what? I have an amplifier. Okay, the lesson's officially over, by the way, if you need to go. I think I'm just going to plug in the amp and see how this one sounds with the amp. Why not? I have... Oh, Lindola, thank you. Yeah, figures 8 and 16 don't work on that low G. What you could do is instead of those zeros that are on the low G on figure 8, play a 3 on E string. That'll give you that. Let me plug it into an amp. Let me grab my cable. My baby's asleep, but she's got a musician mama, so she's got to get used to this. Okay, so I'm using this amp. This is an orange amp, and the reason I have an orange amp really is just because I thought they looked cool. I had a musician friend who had a big one, like the kind you can sit on, like a huge one. And I thought, that is the coolest amp I've ever seen. I'm gonna have one day. I don't even know why. I didn't really play back then. And I just thought, I have to have one. I have to have one someday. And then when I started playing ukulele and I got an electric ukulele, I was like, now's my moment. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure the volume's down. Okay, bring the volume up a little bit. Orange amps are the best. I have one for my bass. Yeah, so I mean, they are really good too. They are really good amps from what I hear. I can't compare amps because I don't know anything about it. I'm not gonna sit here and try to pretend. Okay, somebody else gave a super chat and I missed it. Jenna Murdoch, thank you so much. Cheers to you. I really appreciate the gift. Wow, you guys have been heavy on the super. Is it because we finished a song? Thank you. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna add some overdrive. Nah. Let me add some gain. Dirty for this song. Let me see. There we go. Hi, Tom. The picking pattern doesn't really work on this one. It's a very good amp. They're very good for rock because they have a very bright sound. My advice would be to turn down a bit the treble, high frequencies to make it sound more warm. Okay, let's turn down the treble. Turn up the bassy ones and the middles. And I'm going to turn down the treble here too. And the cool thing about this uke is that you have a volume control here, look. Alright, P. pedals to get effects and all that stuff. I'm not really good at that stuff yet. I would like to try using pedals just for fun, you know, to change the sound. I'm not there yet. I'm still kind of barely dipping my toe into the electrifying of the ukulele. But yeah, Orange is like supposed to be a really good brand for ukuleles. So I got this one on Amazon. It's like a $99 or $100 amp. I liked really the look and the size of it. So yeah, I think I may have a link down, like way down in the description box. Maybe. I'll check. But yeah, I like it. It's got a very nice vintagey look, because the other amps I've seen are just black with gray. And for me, like, I like bright colors. Like, look at my room. And my desk chair is purple. Like, I'm loud with color, you know? The rest of my house is, like, very domesticated. Like, just very calm colors. But this room that is just kind of mine, it's like, you have it listed. Awesome. Yes, so the amp is listed in the description box below. Thank you, Phyllis, for checking. It's a really nice looking amp, and I knew it was a good brand. I knew that because my friend was a total pro at guitar and he had it. So I'm like, okay, that's got to be a good brand, because he wouldn't buy anything that was even mediocre. And Kiara just shared the link to it if you're interested in it. Thank you, Kiara. You are on it. Let's drop some red hearts for Kiara, who was really on it with the links and the chats. And let's drop some rainbow colored hearts for the moderators who were here, keeping the chat friendly and safe and fun. Because there are a lot of really negative voices out there in the internet too. And the moderators here read just about everything, and they block people and they hide comments so that they don't get to me, because I have read some negative comments sometimes when I'm live streaming, and I try so hard not to show in my face that I just read something really mean or nasty or inappropriate, you know. But the mods are here, like, trying to make sure that I'm on my A game so that we can all have a really good experience, and so that nobody here feels like targeted or bullied, you know? So thank you, mods, so much for your hard work, because every time that we're all playing, they're stopping to hide things, and they're also there to answer questions if I miss a question, or they're there to share links. So I thank you so much, mods. Sharon is asking about the Oasis low G strings. I chose the warm. I'm sorry when I miss one. No, 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 no. That's why there are plenty of mods, so that when somebody misses something, the others can catch it. And really, the mods were just people I chose who were helpful to others. It's not like, you know, there's some kind of secret society. They were just really helpful from the get-go. And so I added the option for them to be mods. Can you share what mic to use for recording? Preferably on a budget range. What's a budget, Shirley? Let me know the budget. I was gonna say something. Oh, Profe just sent me the tabs as we were doing this lesson. I saw a notification come in for happy birthday. So he just sent me the tabs for happy birthday. Ukulele Secret Society. That sounds like a fun group. It would be fun. He sent me the tabs for happy birthday already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add them to our current printable. And if you want to get ahead and kind of test your knowledge of chord melody and get ahead, like I said, check it out. But we'll still dedicate our lessons to it. If we finish it quickly, then what we'll do is work on memorizing. We'll do what we did with Can't Help Falling in Love, which is we found new ways to play it, like strumming and a picking pattern. So we'll find different ways to make it our own, make it beautiful, make it musical, and then we'll continue reviewing. This isn't the Secret Society. I feel like it is, actually. We'll review La Vie En Rose, and we'll review Can't Help Falling in Love, so that it's not like you learn a song and then you leave it. Like, I think with chord melody, we have to continue practicing it, not only to get better, but to keep it in our mind. And with chord melody, I'm realizing that you can play a lot better if it's memorized. I mean, that's with any song, but I think specifically with chord melody, if it's memorized, it's better. Are we going to do this in April, Miss B? I don't know. I don't know. What do you all think? Would you like to continue? And I see you're all sending your thanks to Profe. Profe is the one who wrote these arrangements for us and for the ukulele community, and made play-along tracks that I'll be sharing. I'll be sharing more on Patreon, but I'll make them public so that you all can access them. Miss B hasn't spilled any secret in a while. Imagine if I got pregnant during every lockdown. Wait, I shouldn't say that. Ukulele Secret Society must continues, please. Oh, I love the Ukulele Secret Society. Maybe getting some merch about that. So I was thinking, should we do Ukulele Lockdown Season 2 merch? Or should we do Ukulele Secret Society merch? What do you think? Is there anything that falls below $100? Sorry if this budget is so low. Shirley, what type of camera are you using for this? You would like for it to continue? Secret Society, new merch. Ukulele Secret Society, USC. Ah, that's funny. I love these chord melody lessons. Ukulele Secret Society. Be careful what you wish for. I know. I just love having a baby right now, and I feel like if I had another one, I would take away from my current baby. Like, I don't know. Maybe some of you had babies back to back and it was better. I don't know. I just like love her and I just want to give her everything. I feel that way too. Ukulele Secret Society. Okay. Ukulele Secret Society merch. I love that. That's so cute. The arrangements are great. Thank you, Profe. Please continue these chord melodies. I mean, Profe, if you're down to continue working, I'm down to continue working. Sounds like if you're here, we will be too. Cool. The US squared. A little gap is good. Okay. You will have enough love for all. I'm all down. Love chord melodies. My babies are under 2 years apart, but I've heard nutrition-wise it's best for them to space them 3 years apart. See, 3 years sounds better, but my concern is that I feel like I'm older, so I'd be having a baby at 36, 37. I don't know if I should wait that long, you know? Like, I don't know. And I don't know if that's society. Society's told me I had to be in my 20s to have a baby, ideally. So I feel like I'm already older. You'll know when you're ready. I'm 8 years apart from my sibling. Yeah, so that's I guess another thing that I just want to be careful with is age. But I'd love to hear from you all mamas. My kids are 11 months apart and I loved it. Wow, so you got pregnant right around kind of where I'd be. My sisters had babies at 40. Okay, not old. Babette and Ukulele family. 6 years apart. I don't have any siblings. My parents just had me and they were like, we're done. It must have been a handful. You'll know it. My sis had 3 under 3 for that same reason. She did not want to be older. I had my baby at 37. Oh, okay. That's kind of where I would be if I waited. I feel I'm 33 now. 34, 35. 2.5 between mine. Yeah, I don't know. And you know, I had a girl and I thought, oh, I'd want the boy next. But honestly, I don't care. Like, because I see people who have a sister and like, they bicker, but they love their sister, you know? And I don't know. I've seen sister-brother combos and they all work well frozen. So I think whatever God decides for me, I'm happy with. I'm happy with one. If another one comes, great. I don't care. I had my third and fourth at 36 and 40, and my first were 18 months apart. It was great. Okay. See, the good thing about being my age, you know, the silver lining, because I just wanted healthy. Exactly. I just want my babies to be healthy. Um, the silver lining, had I had kids younger, then yeah, cool. But being older, I felt ready, like mature wise ready. I felt like, okay, I'd gone to college, I'd traveled. I mean, I even went through a divorce. Like, I had a lot of life experience. And so I felt like this is what I want. And so even though the wake ups are tough, like, I'm so happy. So, so happy. So I think for me, my age was the perfect time to have a baby. What I did time is the birthdays of my second kid. I wanted birthdays year round. So our birthdays are 3 or 4 months apart. Oh, I love that. It is all very individual. Yes, it is. 26 months between daughter and son, now in late 30s and 40s. They've been best friends since the beginning. I love that. I hope that if I have more kids, they feel like that. I would have been calmer if I had mine when I was older. That's how I feel about myself. My husband is over 20 years younger than his sister. What? He has an uncle 1 year old. So my aunt is really young and she has a baby girl that's 2. So I think that would technically be my baby's aunt. So my baby's aunt is 2 and my baby will be, just those 2 years apart. But I think we're gonna raise them like cousins. I don't know. Family name titles get a little weird once you have a lot of family. But yeah, my aunt has a little girl and she's 2. And I'm like so excited that Danny will have little Julie to play with. Let me see if I can find a picture of Julie so you guys can see her. She's so cute. I'm looking. Okay. This was her at her second birthday. She did not want to wear her tutu. So that's going to be my daughter's, well, she is my daughter's aunt. And, but they'll be raised like cousins. I'm glad that she has a little girl to look up to. Thank you, Anita. She looks beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I love having family close by. My first and second uke is a Lanakai. I love Lanakai ukes. Just enjoy it all. Life moves fast. Yeah, I try to stop and just hold the baby and think about, no, cousin, okay. I try to hold the baby and just think about like how lucky I am to have a baby and try to like stop and not be on my phone, not be anywhere, not think about the future, just hold her. Oh my goodness. Once my baby grows up, you would like to see a reaction to my silver play button dance. Do I still have that on my Instagram? Oh man, I'm gonna be so embarrassed of her looking at my videos. I've thought about that too. Like, like what are her friends gonna look at my videos and make fun of her? Like, look at your mom. Like this, like last year on the lockdown. No, this. Like, is she gonna be so embarrassed? I don't know. I might just delete everything when she's a teenager. Let me see. I'm trying to find that the stank ones. I'm trying to find. Oh, here's the silver play button dance. This is really it's embarrassing, but. I should probably hide that once she's a teenager. And now the silver play button is just right there. So with the when I was at Cal Poly getting my my degrees, like going to school. Okay, let me backtrack. The area where I live in now is where I grew up. And it's like 98% Mexican. Like the community here is super Mexican. So when I went over to Cal Poly is really diverse. Like that is one of the things about the university. It is really split. Like you've got a lot of Asians, a lot of white, a lot of other. Like I think it's like split almost in thirds. And I went straight to the Mexican American clubs because I felt like, okay, I'm gonna feel at home here because that will remind me of home. But when I was there, I felt like they were more like excluding of other cultures rather than feeling more at home. It felt like, no, like we're Latinos, like we like this and we're this way. And it almost felt like we don't do the things other cultures do. And I didn't like that. Like my mindset, although that would have been the safe thing to do, just stay with what I knew. I wanted to get to know other cultures. I wanted to get to know other people. I wanted to try new things. And so I guess I didn't wear I'm Mexican and my Mexican flag on my sleeve because I just wanted to be just like a blank canvas and learn from everybody that I met. And I didn't want it to matter whether I was Mexican or not because I didn't care who anybody else was. I made friends with this girl named Jenabeth and this other girl named Akiko. I didn't even think about it back then, but they were the same way. One of them was Filipino and the other one was Japanese. And then you had me. And that was the little trio. And now when I think about it, I'm like, that is so cool. But we didn't care. And we never even really brought up our culture unless we spoke in a different language with our family. So when I started the YouTube channel, I had that mindset that I didn't want to be like, I'm Mexican and go Mexico. Not because I'm not proud of it, but because I didn't want anybody really to feel excluded. Like, oh, okay, this is more of a Latin channel and that's cool, but it's not for me. I didn't want that. I wanted everyone to feel like, oh, this is a place where if you don't know anything about music, you're welcome. And yeah, I throw in the Spanish here and there. I learned a little bit of Japanese when I was living overseas, so I'll throw it in there every once in a while. But I really wanted it to just be like, just inclusive of everyone. And so that dance of the silver play button was a moment where I showed my Latin side, my Mexican side, because it's not that I hide it, it's just that I don't wear it out there. And because I never wanted anyone to feel like, oh, maybe I have to be bilingual to kind of be included in this community, or oh, this community seems to just attract like a Mexican audience. Not that that's bad or anything, but I didn't want somebody who's not Mexican to feel like, oh, maybe this isn't for me. Like that's not at all what I wanted. Um, so those are moments where I show my Latin side, like the dancing and the craziness. Because you gotta be crazy when you go to a Mexican party. Like if not, you won't survive. You gotta leave it all out on the dance floor. So yeah, that's a little bit about my Latin side. If you go to my Instagram, my account name is Plazi. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it's almost near the bottom, I think, where it's at. Oh, it's kind of in the middle. Back then I was doing more collabs too. This is one of my favorite ones. 2, 3, 4. The song Treasure by Bruno Mars. What's another one I'm really proud of? You know that, Living on a Prayer? yeah, there's a few really fun collabs on there. I recommend you check it out. I was just thinking about living on a prayer. Sax, my next life, teaches that. I've thought about teaching sax on the channel, but, and Kevin, you know, as a guitarist, I know I'm going to get criticized up my soul with the saxophone channel. Like, the ukulele community is really inclusive, but I feel like sax community is like very critican, how critique, yeah, they critique a lot, and I know I'm not the best sax player, so I think I'm gonna take that really personally. I don't know. I'm yeah, I'm afraid. That's why I haven't taught sax, because I'm afraid. So, but I think it's one of those things that I feel in my heart I should do it fine someday. But I would love to be your friend, and I would love to learn your culture. I think once like I bring people into my inner circle and they get to know my culture. Like Abby's come to visit, and so she's had to rely a little bit more on her Spanish a little bit more, because she does know a little bit of Spanish when she's here, because we all just speak Spanish and English, and it's a big mix. And she's awesome because she will make her opinions known. But yeah, I guess I'm a little scared of trying to teach sax. Secret sax group. Isn't it lovely to have such a global group? That's what I wanted. I wanted this to be a global community. Thank you, Thelma. With ukulele, you can talk and teach and play. With a wind instrument, yeah, that's not really possible. I think there is a need for it, you know, for sax content, but I'm scared. I'm scared. In Spanish, it's tengo miedo. Guitar community is toxic and full of drama. See, that's how I feel the sax community would be. Like, because it's competitive. That's what it is. That's what it is. Saxophone is very competitive, and guitar is very competitive. And so when you're in that competitive mindset, two things can happen. One, you want to be the best, that's a good thing. But two, when you find someone that's better than you, and if you're a little bit insecure, like, even if you don't know it, like deep down in there, you're insecure. I've seen with the guitar community is that they'll find something to criticize about the better guitar player to kind of bring them down. And you all know, you bring someone down, that doesn't lift you up. But for some reason, I've seen that in the guitar community, and I'm afraid that's going to happen in the uke community. Oh, by the way, after this, I went live on Instagram yesterday. And someone commented on the live stream, "You got fat." I didn't acknowledge the comment because at first I was like, yeah, I know I've gained weight, but like to just read it on a live comment, and Instagram doesn't have moderators, at least not yet. Guitar groups are always talking about who's better. Uke groups are more like, come join, we won't judge. Exactly. Yeah, the ukulele community is inclusive, but sometimes you get those people. But yeah, like, you got fat, and I just looked at it, and I wish I had responded like Lizzo. You know the singer Lizzo. She's I don't listen to her a lot, but my friend sent me a video. Lizzo was live, and someone asked her, "What's it like to be obese every day?" And she read the comment and she just started laughing, and she's like, "I don't know. I wake up in the morning after sleeping in my obese bed and I put on my obese Louboutin sandals and I walk over to my obese bathroom. And then after being in the bathroom, I walk to my obese kitchen, and by then I've made another obese $1,000,000. She handled it so well. Like, she was super sarcastic about it. And I wish I would have done something like that. Like, I got fat. Like, yeah, I got a fat ukulele collection or something. But I was more shocked that that someone's just like, you got fat. So I posted on my stories on Instagram, I posted, thank you to the person who called me fat while I was live streaming. I hadn't noticed I gained 30 pounds and had a baby. I'll stop being fat now. Oh my goodness, that had so many views. That's so funny. That got like twice the amount of views that my normal stories get. The audacity of people. It's sad how people look at the exterior first. You know, I just think like that's why so many women struggle with like body image, especially after pregnancy, because and I felt it. Like when I had the baby, I thought, okay, I'm gonna get in shape right away. And let me show you what I looked like after I had the baby, okay? After I'd had her. There's no baby in there. Isn't that so crazy? And I posted that photo because I'm like, society lies. Society tells you like, oh, you're going to lose the weight breastfeeding. You're going to be fine. You know, some people don't. Some people it's not so easy. And I wanted to put it out there so that people knew like, this is normal. This is normal. Nobody's allowed to be rude to me speak. But yeah, I just, after I ended the live stream yesterday, I was just like, that person just straight up went and called me fat. That is so funny. We don't care how you look. Thank you. Thank you. Personality is all that matters, right? I think all that matters is also how you make people feel. And I thought, like, I wonder, I don't know. Because, like, I heard the saying, like, people don't remember, might not remember your name, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. And that's one that kind of stayed in my head. And then another kind of motto that stayed in my head was after you like come into a room or a space and you leave it, do you leave it better than when you entered it? And I think about that all the time, you know. And I try to think about that with YouTube, like entering YouTube. And if I were to leave YouTube, like, did I leave it a better place than it was without me? First of all, I'm like a grain of sand in the world of YouTube, tiny. But I hope that, you know, even if it was one grain of sand, that it was a positive um, thing I did here on YouTube. I try. That's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, you got fat. So funny. That is so funny. So anyway, if anyone calls you a name or something, just think back to this interaction, and I'll try to handle it better next time. Because someone calls me fat every time I go on Instagram. It's not an isolated thing. It's every time I go on Instagram, somebody will say, you got fat. Somebody said, you got fat and ugly on YouTube on a video comment. And I was like, wow. But instead of thinking about how mean that comment was, I wondered, like, what kind of society she grew up in, where being this weight, which I'm still in a healthy BMI, is ugly and fat. And I thought, like, that's rough, you know, because we repeat what we hear. And I thought about, like, what is she hearing in her environment that she kind of puts that out there, you know? Like, that made me a little sad. But, yeah, this is fat. That's so rude, makes me sad. Those are harsh words. Some people, yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. But I'm happy. I'm happy the baby's healthy. And I'm happy I have my family support. In the end, I weighed, I think, like 163, 164 pounds. And right now I'm at 146. So I have lost weight. But I'm not obsessing over it, you know? In the beginning, I thought I was going to obsess over it. I'm glad I didn't. That's all that matters, your happiness. You're very positive. Thank you, Cheryl. Sharing the gift of music, yeah. No, Demi. My dad called me fat, but I told him I'm happy. I know that's not what it's about because one should never say things like that, but my boyfriend and I were literally just talking about how beautiful you are. Oh, and thank you, Jasmine. Oh, you need it so you have enough energy for your baby. Yeah, yeah. Alrighty, y'all. Well, it was fun chatting with you all. Saida, hi! It was fun chatting with you all today. If you're a patron member, I'll see you on Sunday for our lesson via Zoom. If you're not a patron member yet, that is kind of an advanced lesson that I'm doing. I am starting a more beginner. Kika just came in. She like literally opened the door. I am starting a more kind of more of a strummer easy course on Zoom. But I mentioned this in another video. I'm gonna be in San Diego getting the baby checked out next week, so I might do this Zoom from a hotel room one of those days. So once that is behind us, I wish I could catch a Zoom. I have church that time. I might change them to Saturdays because I feel like there's a big church crowd. So once we're kind of done with Stairway to Heaven, I'll switch it to Saturday to catch the church goers. Winslow, hi. Okay, so today I'll add happy birthday to our principal. If you're a gold patron, you'll get you'll get a new YouTube video today. Yes, Danica, I love that idea. Please pitch it to me again as summer comes closer, okay? Thanks for the chat. Thank you. Yeah, so gold member patrons, you're gonna see a new YouTube video today. All of you will see the happy birthday chord melody today. And then as soon as I get any extra audios from Sebastian, I'll add them on Patreon. So just go to my Patreon and I'll make it public so you don't have to be a member of my Patreon to get the practice audios. It's just the easiest place for me to share things. And I've uploaded the audios onto Google so you can download them. It's like so fun. Happy birthday on the low G. And we all have it done. Yeah. Alrighty, y'all. Well, take care. Thank you so much for today. I had a lot of fun. We finished our songs. So we'll work on a new one Monday. Happy birthday play along might be ready and the Patreon can get access to it before Monday. Okay, there you have it. Sweet. Thank you, Profe, and thank you all. Thank you for the super chats. And I'll see you Monday for sure. No matter what day you choose, I'll be in the Zoom. Thank you, Ave. Sweet. Alrighty, y'all. Well, take care of yourselves. Change your strings if you need to over the weekend. And I'll see you next week. Ciao, ciao.